Welcome to Being Friends with Jess and Toni-ann, an inside look at our friendship, millennial things, sports, and pop culture. Come laugh with us, or maybe at us, and let's be friends.
The
Hello,
delay
everyone.
gets me every time.
The delay.
Every time. Hello, friends.
Hello. As
We're
you can see,
back
we
with
have some
more
very
friends.
special guests this episode.
Happy Galentines to all. We brought our gal pals over.
Galentines.
Yes. We've been meaning to find some way to bring in some guests for a while. And obviously, we could do a quick little introduction. Jess, I'll let you lead it since it's your family. But
Well, this
yeah.
has been on the docket for a while. Because during quarantine, this was the driveway crew, where we just used to sit and listen to all the dating horror stories on the driveway of my mother's driveway during 2020, when we all worked from home and literally sat on the driveway working together and drinking for those who were unemployed. Me and Sarah were working, the other two were drinking. So we have Jamie, Kristin, and Sarah joining us.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah, I'm excited. So we're going to talk about all the dating horrors of today's world.
Yeah.
And Sarah's in a long
positive parts.
Yeah, Sarah's in a long distance, like half long distance, half living together relationship now. So
Yeah.
we'll talk about that too.
A lot
But-
has changed since COVID. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
a lot has changed.
A lot has changed.
But first, girls, what are we all drinking?
Okay.
Oh,
Who wants to go first? Sarah, you go first.
So in my China, is that what you guys say?
Yeah.
Is my Pinot Grigio. I have this new one I'm trying called Santa Marina. I think it's a knockoff of Santa Margarita. It's pretty good though.
Does it taste like it?
Yeah, it's really light, and honestly, for $11 versus $24, I'll take it.
Yeah, for sure. I'll have to look that up. Good start.
Very nice.
Go ahead, Kristin. What do you got?
what is
Ooh.
this? What's the thing again?
What's in your China?
What's in my China? I also have my Valentine's Day cup, by the way, girls.
Oh, look,
cute.
Oh,
festive.
that was smart, Kristin.
But this is not my choice of drink at all. It is Kendall Jackson's Chardonnay. Shout out to Aunt Patty. Not a fan of it. But I had nothing else in my house, so I just drank this. So that's what we're drinking tonight.
Yeah, but that's a top-notch Chardonnay, at least. Like,
Yes,
it's
it
not.
actually isn't bad Chardonnay. So
We're
I
not
have to-
Chardonnay girlies though.
Yeah.
I
More
love
of a
the
light Pinot
Chardonnay. I
Grigio.
love the Chardonnay.
We have one Chardonnay girlie
Yeah, you're the only one.
Chardonnay.
who's drinking
I
beer.
love Chardonnay.
What do you
But
have?
I'm not drinking wine tonight, girls. Wine can give me a headache, so I went beer. Very easy. We gotta represent some Source Brewery locally in Colts Neck. Great stuff. Get it once a week. But this one is Little Rosé. Rosé in the Vermont
Oh.
Brewery glass. See, we're repping
Oh.
some Vermont. I know Toni-ann likes Vermont.
I do.
In the Vermont glass.
Oh my God, love that.
All the
Pleasure, Jamie.
But
representation
it's called
happening.
Big Berry. If anybody, it's Big Berry. It's an IPA and it's delicious.
I love the can.
Yeah, very pretty.
James, what's the percentage on that?
7.7.
Nice.
Yeah,
Should
it's a
be
good one.
listed.
It's a
Yeah.
good one.
Give her 30.
There's a 12%er in the fridge. It was the 12%er from Christmas still, but I said, that's a little too much for the podcast.
The 7.7 is enough to get you drunk, I feel like.
Yeah. Perfect amount.
All right,
Yeah.
peeps.
Well, excuse me, we need to do us too.
No, I know. I was reading my label.
I
Yeah,
have
what's
a
in
Rita
your
glass
glass?
because that's what 99% of my glasses are in my house. But it is still the boxed wine. I'm still making my way through the boxed wine. The red blend. I forgot what brand. Oh, Black Box Red Blend.
Oh,
I think
Black
I only got a couple more glasses left on it. Really, the only time I drink it is for the podcast. So I feel like it's going
Wow.
very slowly. But yeah, it's not bad. I left it out so it's not ice cold today. So I'm enjoying it. Nothing
One
too
box
exciting.
equals 3 bottles.
What's that?
The one box equals 3 bottles, Tony.
Oh, okay.
That
So
could
then
be
I
the
feel like
reason why you're still on it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why you're
then-
still on it.
I'm going at the pace I probably should then. Okay, good.
I have some red wine in my self-aerating glass, It's called Honoro Vera. It's got a cool label.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
It's like got some black and blue, and this is 14.5%. So cheers.
Cheers.
Wait,
Oh,
I
yes.
don't know what percentage.
Yeah, like it says it on the bottle.
It should be on the back, girls.
Yeah.
Oh, this is 13.5.
Yeah,
There
most
you go.
wines are 13.5.
Oh, mine's cheap, 12%.
Wait, Jess, what is an aerated glass?
So you know how you aerate your wine? This one, if you swirl it, it's like a decanter in a glass, though.
That's kind of cool.
How do you know?
You don't decant your wine because you just drink your wine like normal 20-year-olds.
Was that like on your wedding registry?
But
No, these were actually a Christmas, like the employee Christmas gift when I worked at Prudential. My boss wanted to get everyone decanters, but we couldn't find one was within budget. So he said, Jess, find everybody self-aerating glasses. So we all got a 4-pack of wine glasses.
how do you know though? Like, what does the glass look different from a
Like,
regular?
look, it has
The
like these
lines?
lines.
The
Yeah, the
Oh,
lines
I
are the
see.
aerating part. So when you swirl
see.
it,
I see. I didn't.
it allows the
Sure.
air to flow to the wine.
You learn
From my
something new every
view,
day.
it just looked like lines on a glass, but I see that they're indentations on the glass now.
Anywho, this is gonna be a wild ride with Jamie drinking this.
I love it.
All right,
Oh,
peeps.
Lord.
So let's get started. Anybody got any good? Well, first of all, I just want to point out that I have played Bumble on every single person in this chat's phone, minus Sarah.
Which is
It's a
so
fun game.
You never
Hey,
had.
listen, and I want to say that none of them have gone on any dates with any of the people I've matched them.
No.
No.
You
No,
went wild.
sorry.
I remember getting my phone back one day and I had a lot of matches, but they were all people like I would never go for. But I guess that was probably the point for you.
That
to,
was
like,
the point. That is the
expand
point
my
for all of
horizons.
you. I just want to say, I think this is the problem. When you have the phone, you're like looking for perfection, and that
Oh, I
doesn't
agree.
exist.
Oh,
Perfection.
100%.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah,
James,
no,
like,
like
yeah.
we're not looking for perfection, but like when we're on the phone, we're judging it for our own eyes. When we're looking at something, when we could be possibly looking at something different. I
Right.
get it. You're
Yeah.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
Right.
No. So are we on all the apps, or is like one app superior than others?
They all suck, in my opinion.
Correct. But
I mean,
in my opinion, I think Hinge is the better one. I don't know why. I've had more luck on that than I've had on any other apps, honestly. I only have Hinge and Bumble. I don't have anything else. I also tried to go on Raya, the famous one.
same. They wouldn't approve me.
They wouldn't
Wait,
approve
the
me
one that the guy. Wait,
Yeah,
I didn't.
I
even
don't
know.
understand.
Time out. I need to know what Raya is because I was watching. I just finished Southern Charm, and there was a whole thing about
Yep.
Shep having a Raya account.
Yeah.
So what is Raya exactly?
It's where like rich and famous people like
Yeah.
go on. Basically,
But I
Riot invites them so that they have like a big clientele of options, and then they get people, normies like us, go on it to try to like meet up with these people. But like you need a referral to even be like considered to be accepted
Yeah.
to be on it.
That's
Normal
wild.
people like do go
Yeah.
go on it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know someone who was on it, and Tyler Cameron from the Bachelor, he showed up on her thing, and like she matched with him.
The guy from World's
Wow.
Strongest, he's cute.
Yeah.
World's Toughest, whatever that was.
Kristen,
Special forces.
get on that.
Sarah, they
Yeah.
wouldn't accept me. They didn't want me. Clearly, I can't get in.
Like,
I
are
had
you
a
st- Are you in
referral.
like are you in a waiting room? Like,
Yeah.
or they're
Yes.
like, you're denied?
You're in a waiting room or denied.
So do you have to like send in pictures of yourself for them to like obviously like look at you and be like, yeah, no, or yes?
I'm pretty sure for guys, you have to do like an income verification. And like all that. Like it's a lot more detailed. See, mine says your application's currently on the wait list. I don't know if you can read
Mine
it.
says the same
Wow.
thing.
Yeah. And you can add
Yeah.
referrals. So the more referrals you have, the better chance you get to be accepted. But
Guys,
I only
can
have
we
one.
refer you?
No, you have to already be on the app.
Yeah.
Oh.
Question.
We're not on the app. We were
Does-
just trying to help.
Like, do people still use Tinder? Is that like a really like out?
I
there
just
thing?
re-downloaded it, actually. but
I do. I have it. When the other two I run out of swipes, I resort to Tinder because you never run out of swipes on Tinder.
It's the app that keeps on scrolling.
I just want to say that this is why I had a complex when these dating apps first came out, because we all downloaded Tinder together,
Right.
and everyone and their mother had like 40 matches, and I went a week without a single match.
That's
And
still
that
happens to you,
just
Day.
But that
my
was also the start of them. Like, it
yeah,
was a
but that
very
yeah,
not
but that
had time. Like,
I
people
understand.
were scared to do that.
I
Now
understand,
people
but
don't
it
care
was
anymore.
like
That's all they do.
it was so bad. Like, it was literally so bad for my mental health. I had to delete it. And then I re-downloaded it I don't even know what, like, I re-downloaded it maybe 2 years after that, or like a year after that. I don't remember. And then when I opened it, I had like all these matches, and I was like,
Yeah.
I did not swipe on any of these people. Like, I know for a fact I didn't swipe on any of those people. And I was like, and I still had a terrible experience, and I deleted it the next day. So
Well, I call like the late night swiping, because then you'll wake up in the morning and say, why did I think this person was good?
Yeah.
Like,
Also,
what was I thinking?
I go on the apps the most at night, like when I'm getting ready for bed, in bed. And then God forbid you match with somebody, I want to like message them, and then I'm like, I can't. Because then it's
Oh.
like you're ready for bed. And if you start a
Yeah.
conversation now, then you're gonna have to be talking all night or fall asleep. And so I don't message them, and then I forget to message them in like 3 weeks. So
That is my
okay, but
problem
if you
with
fall asleep, then
Bumble.
I feel like it's the easy cop out of like, oh, sorry, I fell asleep. Like, do people not do that anymore?
but people are, why
No, like
why
we
you up
do.
this late? What are you
Yes,
doing?
yes,
Yeah, I
and it's
know.
also
It's
they
like
get
the
the
booty
wrong
call
idea.
hour.
Yeah.
Get the wrong idea.
So
But
question.
Bumble, that's my problem, because you only have 24 hours to message someone. So I'll match with them at night, go my work day, and then forget about it. And then
Right.
the next day it's too late. They
How
disappear.
do you like talk to somebody on the app before like you exchange numbers or something?
Like,
Ooh, good question, Sarah.
I exchange numbers once I figure out I actually want to meet them in person. So that could usually be from like maybe like 2 to 3 days if we're talking consistently.
Mm-hmm.
But I usually don't do the number exchange until like we're making plans to meet up in person.
Smart.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would say I do the number exchange whenever like someone asks for my number or we ask for like a number. It could be like whenever. But my issue is, just because I gave you my number doesn't mean I'm gonna meet you or save your number in my phone. Honestly, I have so many numbers that I don't save that I'm just like, I don't remember who they are. But like, I'll have your number, but as long as we make plans, then I save your number.
Wait,
That
that's
makes
funny
sense.
to me, because that's me in bridesmaids group chats. Like, I
Yeah.
don't save anybody's number, but
I'm the
I
worst
just
at that,
remember what
so-
number like belongs to who until I decide like
So
it's
if you
different when I'm
go
in a bridal party
decide
of
to
people I know.
meet
Yes.
up with that person, then you're like, okay, I'll save your number.
Yeah, especially if I'm like interested, because sometimes I get someone's number and I think I'm interested in meeting them, and then I'm like, I get to talk to them a little bit more, and like, never
You're like,
mind.
no,
They keep
yeah.
up.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
voice memo guy, not it.
Oh
Oh,
God.
Kristin, let's talk about that. Let's
Yes. Do you get a lot of those?
Yes, I had some guy who we were talking on Hinge, and he's gonna know I have to unfollow him on Instagram.
Calling someone.
Well,
know,
obviously
we
there's
can
nothing there, so
No, there's nothing, because
We call him the voice memo guy.
we call
Yeah.
him the voice memo guy.
There's
Yeah.
no code names. We're good. We're saved.
And so I started messaging, and he started talking into the phone, and I'm like sitting there listening to these voicemails, and I'm sending them to my friends and Sarah, and because I'm hysterically laughing, I can't take this man seriously at all. He's calling me hun, he's calling me this. I'm like,
You
no.
hate that.
So then we get each other's numbers, we add each other on Snapchat, and he starts talking about Snapchat, and he's voice memo me on Snapchat, like chat, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be really weird. And then the man asked me to go to Teak with him on a Friday night with a DJ. I said, I don't even know who you are, and I'm gonna go out to a bar with you like that? No.
So
Then I
we
just-
really can't
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, well, you can't
Yeah.
hear.
This man is a voice memo guy, but wants to go to a bar.
That's what I said. For somebody who wants to talk so much, to go to a bar that you can't hear each other is kind of crazy.
It gave me such the ick, I couldn't even.
Like, what do you guys have like a certain like ick if somebody starts doing like a certain something, then you're just like, ooh, I can tell I just don't want to continue talking to you.
Sarah, do you want to be our moderator? You are asking such great questions.
That's because me and Sarah aren't involved, so we're
I'm
so curious about
They
the
don't know what it's like. They
Yeah,
want to
I'm
know.
Oh,
I just love to know.
What was the question?
Like, let's say like texting, like I feel like certain words and certain things, like the way that they talk, like it can come off like you're like, oh yeah, I don't like that. Like let's not. Like is there like a certain thing?
Yes. Too much like of the corny pickup lines. Like get rid of them. Like shut
Yeah.
up.
Or, like do those as the first message?
Oh yes, as the first message. Like goodbye. Or it's like, what was the best pickup line you've ever received? Or what was the worst? And they'll start with that, and it's like, can we just like have a conversation?
Yeah.
I'm not in middle school.
Yeah.
Like
My biggest take on the apps is definitely like what Kristin said, when I haven't even met you yet and you're already calling me like honey, baby,
Yeah.
That's what
sweetheart. Like it's so
that would
cringe.
annoy me.
It's
So cringe.
Oh.
Ugh.
yes.
I'm like, I don't even know you. Like,
You know what I find annoying though, and like interesting, because like I feel like guys that I know that are on apps are like actually looking for serious relationships, and the girls that I know that are on apps are also looking for serious relationships, but they're not finding each other. Like, where is the disconnect happening?
I don't know how these apps actually work.
I just feel like everybody thinks there's always someone better than the person you're talking to. And I
know,
could be
it's sad.
guilty of that myself. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even going to
Yeah.
deny it. But it's like, oh, this person, I see it. And then once you don't, you're like, oh, I'm not wasting my time with this. There
Yeah.
might be someone better.
Yeah,
So I
Jamie, can
think-
you tell?
And also, I think that men just don't know how to talk like to women anymore.
They don't.
Like, I don't think they try.
Yeah.
It's like, get
Jamie,
it together,
can,
talk to your mom. I don't know.
can you tell the story about you and Lewis living in the house together and both being on apps?
What is this?
One, okay, like this
This
is
is a good one.
years back. I want to say it had to be like maybe the year after, like I came.
No,
back
the
from
year before
college,
COVID
right?
or yeah, it had to
I
be.
think it had to be like when I came back from college or something. And I just had Tinder at the time. And I matched with one of my brother's like guest friends, right?
Mhm.
Apparently his friend though, everybody knows what gets Lewis mad or wild up. So he put this in a chat that they were in, a group chat with their friends. Next thing you know, Lewis goes crazy. Like, what are you doing? Get off the ass.
Oh
Who's
my
gonna go post a picture with me in it? Because it was like a family pic, you know, and it was like third option. But he was freaking out. My parents are just sitting there like, what is going on? He's yelling. Worse than my dad would ever yell at me. He is going off, and now we're in a screaming match over dating apps. And then next thing you know, he gets his dating app, and that's okay. But me, my friends are gonna talk about you like this and that, and dude, calm down. It's gonna be okay. I'm a
feel like
grown adult.
years ago, dating apps
I
had
can't
a
myself.
different, like, I don't know, like a different vibe.
Stigma.
Now it's so
Yeah.
normalized.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
taboo
in like
back
5
then.
years.
Yeah.
I think like 5 years it changed. It became.
I've
very
even
normal.
matched with it is weird though when you see somebody you like do know in real life and you
Oh yeah.
I mean, even if you don't know them that well, but you know them. Like I matched with this one guy a
course.
couple of months ago who was the younger brother of someone my brother played football with in high school. So like I only knew him from like when we went to games and like cheered him on, like, and he would be like in the stands next to us. And I don't know why I liked him. I don't know why we matched. Maybe I just did it like just to like say hi. And he legit, we just had a whole conversation like, how's the family? How's this? How's that? With literally no romantic intentions whatsoever. And then after we were like, family's good. Yeah. How about your family? Yeah, good. That's it. I just never talked to him again. But yeah, it's weird seeing real people. I've actually, back in the day, I tried OkCupid for like 2 months. which is
I
like
feel
a
like
real
that
deep
was
cut.
like a best. You did good on OK Cupid.
You know why I because they had where they asked you like survey questions and you could fill out as many as you wanted, and that would try to help them like make you very compatible with somebody else, like a
Like
percent
that.
match. So
Yeah.
and you know me, I love filling out a good survey. I love filling out questions. So I would sit on that app and not even try to match people. I just answer questions all day long. And so the app had a very good idea of me as a person. It matched me with my cousin Rob saying we're a 98% match.
Oh my god.
I forgot about this.
Funny.
And I immediately had a screenshot and I'm like, I am not swiping you, but it is really creepy that we are this much matched. She goes, well, we're related. So that kind of makes sense.
You guys go on vacation together, you play board games together, and you literally enjoy the same things. You were answering the same questions.
So we still bring that up. That was like so many years ago, but we still bring it up to this day. Like, yeah, remember when we were supposed to like match on a dating app? And I mean, we're only second cousins, but that was weird. No.
We don't live in Alabama.
Yeah.
No.
We'll come back to the dating apps, but Sarah, can you just explain your whole situation? Because we just grazed over it very quickly.
My situation, like being in where I am.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well,
that would be the situation.
Backstory to those who don't know maybe my situation, but I've been dating my boyfriend Noah for like honestly
Ever.
it's gonna be 8 years and like
Crazy.
2 weeks, next week maybe.
You don't know your anniversary?
No, well, we broke up a little bit when I was in college.
In college, right?
Split.
So they don't count it as their real anniversary.
Yeah,
Got it.
but, like in the grand scheme of things, 8 years versus a couple months of being not together, it kind of outweighs it. But so now he is in dental school in Chicago. So I am out here like honestly a lot of the time. Kristin knows.
Yeah.
But
Depressed in the corner.
but I've been spending like
I was
majority
just there, so it's okay.
of my time here. But so we only have been doing long distance since what, September?
No, well, I mean, he didn't live in our town the whole time you guys were dating.
Oh, well, yeah, he lived 50 minutes from me, which isn't so bad.
No.
No. Okay, and then he moved to Chicago. But like they did this in high school. I feel like this is unheard of. Like nobody's
Yeah.
traveling 50 minutes to see their high school boyfriend, and they were.
I think 15 or 50?
5-0.
5-0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we've been together since junior year. I was a junior, he was a senior. But yeah, he lives in Brick, New Jersey. I live in Manalapan, so it was like 45, 50 minutes. But it never felt like that long because I guess I've been doing it for so long that it just always felt normal. And then I would see like relationships like Dennis and Nermeen lived literally 2 minutes from each other, my brother and my sister-in-law. And I'm like, wow, like imagine like it's like 11:30 at night and I'm being like, oh, let me just like go. No, like I don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
So it's never been like a thing that I thought of because it's just been so normal forever. But now I'm 12 hours from home. So
I know. So
I
you're
know,
like the
but you're
master of
also
long
like
distance.
like you guys went from like so far apart to never like now you're together all the time.
yeah. I like it though. It's fun. I
So
feel
what's
like
your advice to people that do long distance? Because you're like a long distance expert at this point.
honestly still trying to figure part of that out like when we are like separated, but just obviously communication and that's kind of it. Like knowing in the beginning we were just like kind of like had to talk to each other a lot and be like, this is what I like this is my form of communication, because it's like also like learning like different things about each other all the time and then bringing that to the relationship and making sure we're making each other happy. He's busy a lot of the time, but I have a lot of shows to watch and a lot of puzzles to do, as you guys know. So I keep myself busy, but always communicating with each other is probably the most important thing that we do. That's really
Wow, you guys are so cute.
So
Yeah.
cute.
all right, guys. It's not always perfect.
Nothing's ever always
No
perfect.
relationship
Try to make it sound
is.
like, but
Right.
never ever what it seems like.
Right.
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like I get frustrated, like, because I hear them, like, when, like, specifically, like, more so Kristin and Jamie, like, have dated, or Kristin has, like, dated people that are not in the immediate, like, 4-minute vicinity of where she lives. And they're like, oh, you just live too far. And I get so annoyed by that because, like, one, if I tell you where I live, like, you know where I live, so don't try and make it work if you think I live too far. Two, it annoys me also because, like, Sarah, and, like, same thing with me, Alec lived 2 hours away while we were dating. We
Yeah.
dated 2 hours for 6 months until we moved in. Until he moved to Jersey, and then I was with Toni-ann and him and Melissa in the apartment. But, like, if you have to make a sacrifice eventually. Like, nobody's gonna be on your front doorstep. And it just drives me insane that, like, people are like, oh, you live a half hour away. Like, no. Like, a half hour is really, in the grand scheme of things,
Nothing.
like, you're
Nothing.
dating. It's not gonna be like that forever.
Right.
And, like, we live in the tri-state area. Like, going to Target could take freaking a half hour. Like, you
Yeah.
can't come to my house.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Down to, like, if you want to, you would. Like, you're
Yeah.
gonna do whatever
Exactly.
that you have
And
to.
there was
But with the app, it gives you the distance right off the bat. So
Right.
if it's a
Exactly, that
problem,
too.
Don't like me, don't accept me from the beginning, and we don't have this issue.
To be
Right.
fair, I'm going to play the other side of it now. I live
Yes.
right next to the city, so I
Oh,
can
yes.
make the distance like 15 miles, which is like nothing.
but that'll be Brooklyn.
That can be Long Island, and I live in
Yes.
Jersey. And yes, of course, there's public transportation, or I can drive my car, but it does make things a lot more difficult than if I just
Yes.
lived 15 miles from you in Jersey. So
Yeah,
that's the
no,
only
I
thing that
think-
makes it a little harder.
I think
For
that
sure.
is different when you are in, like, Hoboken, Jersey City, like, things
Mhm.
like that, because it's routing you through the city. Like, so
Yeah.
yes, you might be 20 miles away or 15 miles away, but, like, it's not,
Yeah.
I because it might not say their, like, actual location. It might just say mileage, and then you match with the person and they're like, yeah, I live in Long Island. That's different. But, like, they're in the suburbs, like, of the middle of New Jersey. Like, everybody knows what the radius around
I've also
is.
learned to let go of that a little bit because, like, somebody told me last weekend, you should just expand it, because even if they did live like East Long Island or like something like that, like, most likely they either work in the city or like they like to go to the city. Like, there's always meeting in the middle for the
Yeah.
early stages, and then
Oh,
you could always
100%.
figure it out from there. So I
Yeah,
have
Alec and
opened my thing a little bit.
Alec
is
and I
true.
used to have all of our dates at the Palisades Mall, like 17-year-olds, because it was in the middle. And even some nights, like, we would meet in the city, and, like, now we're like, how the fuck were we walking around the city until 11 o'clock at night and then going to work the next day? Because now we stay up till
We
10 to watch a
young.
TV show, and we're like, oh my God, I'm so tired.
We were
Like,
young and fun then.
Yeah.
right, we were.
Now you're
But,
married
like-
and you have a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Jamie, how far have you driven for a date?
Far. Probably like an hour.
Okay.
Because
You drive all the
somebody was like really like Cherry Hill, like kind of close to Pennsylvania, really
by
far
Philly.
down there. And then I did date someone from Staten Island, so that wasn't that far. It was only a half
Lot of
hour,
tolls.
but the
I know.
toll,
The
it's like
tolls,
kind
man.
of crazy. It's kind of crazy to just
That
like
is a
keep
deal breaker.
paying the toll.
The tolls.
And not me
And now
paying
the
it
freaking outer
myself.
bridge is like $17 now. Like, it's not
commitment.
even.
That's commitment.
Yeah.
Driving over
I'm
the
like,
bridge every time.
Yeah.
can I get your easy pass?
It's like $25 each
think
way
I
to get to
have
Long
it.
Island now from me.
Are we
It's psychotic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Toni-ann, what's the furthest you've gone?
Not far.
I had
Like
to remember
5
who's
minutes.
watching this, but I have not gone the furthest for a date, but I have had someone fly in to go on a date with me. So
That's
Not about this.
amazing.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
get into any more detail than that. We can talk about it offline if you haven't heard it yet. But I wasn't the one that had to drive that far.
But how
Wow.
about you, Kristin?
Yeah, Kristen's kind of done this.
Kristen's in the same boat on the opposite side.
Like I said, not
Wait,
gonna go.
Kristin, you flew to go on a date with someone?
Yes.
Wow.
She's like, let's not get into the most details.
Again, not gonna get into details, but I
No.
did go on a plane to meet someone, and yeah. Driving wise, though, probably 45 to an hour.
Yes. Yeah.
But
45 for me.
Longest 2 hours on a flight.
Question: if like you guys are like meeting to go on a date with somebody, like is it majority like the guys like let me come by you, or do you guys like talk like I'll go come by you? Like how does that work where you guys decide where you're gonna go?
Sarah, what are you, my dad?
Great
Are you gonna
question.
pick her up?
I'm just curious.
Do
Like
we have to
oh,
revisit this topic?
guy
This is an
initially,
argument in my
oh,
house.
I'll come by you, don't worry. Like I mean, I would like to hear that.
Yes.
So I would
Yes. There's
Well,
so
first
many
couple of
different
times
things to
meeting
answer
someone. Yeah, first couple times meeting someone, it's a neutral place. You're not coming to my place. I'm not giving you my address. Like that's not happening.
Yes.
But yeah, I
absolutely.
don't know if maybe it helps because I like live near Hoboken or whatever. Like people say they want to come here just if they don't already live here, just because like it's a lot of options of like places to
yeah.
go and stuff. I've met people in Morristown a couple of times though, and it was like the middle of like where we were, like meeting in the middle kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually one of those little like hopping areas that we agree on.
I didn't mean like come to the door, shake my father's hand, and
Okay, well, if it's up to my dad,
I
my dad thinks
like,
like, oh, invite the serial killer through the door. Like, Dad, do
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
goes on these
I
days?
would like
Like, he
people
doesn't know.
drive to your around your area, like so that you
My
don't
thing
have
is-
to drive to him. Like you know.
It's always a safety issue, so I need my car in case I have to get out of a
Right.
situation.
Yeah.
It's always first.
Yeah.
Second is depending on where they live, if there's things to do around there, I have no problem going to that area or
Exactly.
a neutral spot because I'd rather them not be in my town.
Yeah.
That's true. You
Because
know a lot of
if
people.
it doesn't work, then you don't run into them.
Yeah.
If it does,
That's what I
whereas
said.
you can run into people, and
Yeah.
then it's an uncomfortable situation.
I've had like people come pick me up, but knowing like I've known them already, like or like I've known them from a mutual friend or someone, like so like I've had people come pick me up, so it wasn't weird. But like last time I had someone come pick me up, my whole entire family was out the window looking at them
Of
while they
course.
opened the door for me and staring at them.
That was me and my dad. I think Dennis was there too.
Yeah, it was the day after
All the
Christmas.
blinds in the house you could see because we were peeking through, and then the guy said something.
Yeah. And Sarah texted me, goes, "Wow, he opened the door for you. What a great guy." I was like, go away.
That's why you don't even bring them to the house the first time. You will be
Your dad was probably taking a picture of the license plate, just to be safe.
But
Oh,
then
no.
other than that, I like to go usually where they are because again, like Jamie said, like even if like I don't want to run into someone else. Like I don't want to be on a date in my town and run into someone else that I know and then be like, oh, like hi, like don't say hi to me. I'm on a date.
Right.
Like ignore me.
Yeah. Less
agree with that.
distractions.
Yeah.
Especially if they get the hint, it's like not going well, and then it's just awkward to like you have to introduce them and you don't want to because you're never gonna see them again. It's just like a lot.
Let's talk about this.
Didn't my
Has it been
parents see you on the mall on a date one time, Kristin?
No, I don't think she was on a date. She was just with a coworker, and then
Oh, they just assumed she was
They
on a
just-
date.
they were like, "Who's that man that Kristin was with?"
sex, and everyone thinks she's on a date.
Who did
Literally,
I
my
go
mom was
to
like,
the
"Oh, we saw
mall with?"
Kristin. I think she was on a date at the mall."
I mean, I don't know if you
who
want
you
me
were
to
with.
say
Oh
it.
my god, I almost name dropped, I think, but I
Yeah,
think
so I don't know.
yeah.
Tall.
No, don't name drop. I think I might know, but I'm not too sure. I think I might know.
Okay, it's
Okay.
fine.
She's
It's not
like,
important.
"Kristin
I'm
was
just
with someone
saying,
tall
like,
tonight."
in town is not the way to go because
No, I
there's
don't like it.
family in town too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. How do you girls feel about like being at a restaurant and like people around you or the server knowing you're on a first date?
I like the server knowing because I feel like she's like my ally.
Yeah.
But as a diner, when I'm not on a date, I am completely enthralled in the whole
I was gonna
conversation.
say,
So,
Yes.
so when I am on a date, I am hyper aware of that.
Yes.
when I'm out, I'm always like, I could tell they're on a
Yeah,
first date.
They're on a first date.
Yeah.
Yes.
We had a whole other
Originally went
conversation
to-
about this on a different podcast when Toni-ann was in London.
Oh
I
yeah.
would-
Well, that was different. She was an escort.
You think?
Oh.
She definitely was.
I remember you guys talking.
Definitely was.
It's taking
Thank
different
you.
directions.
Sarah watches our podcast, so she knows what we're talking about. Certain other ones haven't gotten to it yet. They said
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Time. I'm a busy girl. I don't know.
But I also feel like when it comes to first dates, I've gravitated a lot more to weekday drinks instead of full dinners,
I was
which I'm
just
sure
gonna ask, like, what
I'm
do
sure
you
the
guys-
guys appreciate that because it's
date?
probably less expensive, but like it's more that I'm not committed to the full sit down.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, it's less pressure.
Jamie goes
Yeah.
on more coffee dates than anyone I ever know.
I love that.
Like the kid
Yeah.
literally gets coffee all the time.
It's so casual, like,
right.
and there's no expectation. And it's also not that I care about eating on a date, but it's also hard when you're like, somebody asks you a question and you're scarfing down food, or like, it's just
Yeah.
like, what do you do? Like, okay, I won't eat because I'm talking, and then you're like lost in conversation because. Do you eat the food? Do you look at the menu? It's like 10 times the server came and no one's ready to order a meal.
Right. Well, I
Like,
also
so
will
it's
give you
better
credit
off to get
because
drinks.
I feel like if you can't make it through a cup of coffee with someone, like then they're really like bad news
Right.
too.
Yeah.
So like she's not wrong, but it's just funny because
That's right.
anytime you talk to Jamie, she's like, "Oh, I have a coffee date. I have a coffee date."
I give her credit for like going, like, not that I need to have a drink to go on a date with someone, but like full credit going completely
Sober.
sober and just getting a cup
Oh
of
my God.
coffee. Like,
The day.
That's
Right.
true.
That too.
I'm like, I need a little something to like, take the edge
No
off
one
of
said I
it.
don't take a shot before, Kristin. No one said.
That's true.
Put some Baileys in it.
You have to try.
I'm just kidding.
Thanks, Mom. We know, Mom. Thanks.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
'Cause-
I remember, so like I don't know if anybody else is like this, but like I really loathe like eating on dates because like we know how I am, but like I also get so self-conscious like just eating around people because everybody always has a comment about how I eat. So like on dates, like it really makes me hyper aware of it. So I
Yeah.
remember me and Alex's first date. Our first date was in the city. We literally walked the entire city. And he was like, "So are you hungry?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can eat." Meanwhile, we didn't
Just
eat all day.
Yeah.
We didn't eat all day. So at this point, I'm like, "Yeah, I can eat." But like, we're also in the city. So I'm like, I don't want anywhere in the city. The city's going to be so expensive. Like, what should we eat? So the only place I knew was Bill's Burger Bar near Rockefeller Center because like we had gone there like a couple of times when we went to see the tree as a family. And I'm like, okay, I know this is like more casual. So like no pressure, whatever. And I eat burgers.
Burger?
Okay, so wait, so we go to Bill's Burger Bar and I get a cheeseburger. Fine, no problem. But now me and Alec like really start dating. I don't even like cheeseburgers. I only got a cheeseburger because it had mozzarella cheese on it. But now I go to his house and his
My
mom's
God.
making burgers and Alec thinks I like cheeseburgers. And this is why I now eat cheeseburgers.
Oh my god.
Wow. Wait, you actually eat that now?
Yeah, but the cheese has to be really melty.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Of
So you actually
course.
like them, or you're still caught in the line? You don't want to say anything.
No, I
Well, go
actually
now.
like them. I actually like them
Yeah.
now.
Does
but the
Alec
clue
know?
later.
Yeah, I think I told him like after the fact. I was like, Alec, I don't like cheeseburgers. And he was
Okay.
like, he was like, but you
Imagine,
got
like, you
cheese on your
still-
burger, and I'm like, yeah, but it was mozzarella cheese. That's like mozzarella cheese is like different because it's like melty, you know, like it goes into the burger. Like it's not American.
And that's when he learned you're fucking weird.
Yeah.
I mean, he's learned that 12 times over now, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
Especially when
I
it
just
comes to
think
your
it's funny
food.
because like I get so self-conscious about the food. Like now I don't because I'm married to him, but like in the beginning I was just like every time Alec asked me if I was hungry, I was like, yeah, I can eat. Like he's like, what is that answer?
Like in this dainty
Yeah, I
little
can-
thing.
Yeah.
I can eat.
What is your guys' like? Do you guys care like what you eat on the first day, or are you just like, nah, I don't care at this point?
No,
I don't care.
You're not ordering the
I don't care.
salad.
They
No.
gotta know. They gotta know
They're
from
not
the
get-
get-go.
The
What-
salad gets stuck in the
what
teeth.
they're
That
in
eats
for.
I know,
all
I
of
feel like it's
that.
not
That
That's
is
true.
true.
No,
That
like,
is true.
I think my aunt, I think Anna always says you always get raviolis on a first date because you can cut them nicely and they're not like they're
That's
neat.
what I got on
They're
my
like
date
neat.
with Noah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I
You
think
are.
it's Donna that says. I think that's
Does
her.
not
Like
have to be dainty. I mean,
I will eat
You have
anything
to
in front of you. I really don't care. Like,
wings. Get me the wings.
yeah.
On a first date?
No, just
Yeah.
Maybe if they're boneless.
yeah.
No, like
Yeah.
I really just like I don't know. I'm a foodie, so I love to eat food. So like I don't think I eat it grossly. If I do, oh well, like what am I supposed to do? Like
Everybody is in the same boat
eating
with that
food is
kind
not
of stuff.
attractive anyway. So like, you know, you might as well just go in.
Sure.
Yes.
You want to be yourself.
Yeah. Go big or go home. I ain't getting a salad. Sorry.
No.
So,
No.
girls, what do you guys think are the biggest cons in like the dating world today?
Mm.
Sarah's got so many good
That's
questions.
Good question.
Yeah, I have reporters.
I think that the biggest con is people think there's way too many options out there, that they're always looking for something else or the next best thing they think it is.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
they're always wondering, you know, they're talking to someone else and they're always wondering, oh, what else can I be talking to, when they can't concentrate on that one person. So it doesn't give that one person that fair chance to show them who like they really are, because there's so many ways you can talk to people nowadays.
I was gonna say, do you think that's the dating apps, or do you think that's like social media in general?
Social media,
All of it.
It's
apps,
everything.
like it's always someone's always in their head like, oh, I'm talking to this girl, but like, what about if I talk to this girl? Like, you know, it's just always like constantly wondering what else can I be talking to, instead of let me concentrate on this one person and see what we can grow.
Well, to
Right.
Sarah's point of the social media thing, like everybody's always in your face. Like
Yeah.
the last person you're talking to, you're following
Yep.
your, like, you know, like you're following everybody within your inner circle, or you're following like friends of people that were friends with your ex, or you're still following your ex. You know what I mean? Like they're always just there.
Yep.
I just think it's hard to get to know who someone truly is from the apps. And I think it takes some time, at least a few dates to really like get a feel for somebody's personality. Because on a first date, they're just describing their past relationships or what their pros and cons are, whatever. But until you get to like know or see them in their daily routine, and you understand what a person is, like it could take 4 months, and then you feel like you wasted time, and now you have to start all over. So it's this like endless cycle of constantly starting over and taking a risk again and again and again, and it could be a lot. I mean,
It's so draining.
I know.
I went from one thing to the next so much that this year I was like, I'm taking a year off, and it's been a year off, and now I'm getting back into it, or trying to get back into it.
You
but
took a whole year off?
yes, since the last. Yes.
I didn't realize that was a year ago.
Me
Shoot.
neither.
Yes.
I mean, that does
football
make sense
season,
based
so-
on like my child's age and everything.
Honestly, though, I gave you guys so much credit. Like whenever like one thing doesn't go well on like a date or something, you go right back out there and you go and try
Yeah.
again. Like that's like takes a lot to do. Like I think
I
it
really
so
do
much
give them a lot of credit.
emotionally, yeah.
I
So
can't
I
imagine
think
know.
that's the one
constant
con.
opening yourself up and like trying something and then like it not working out, and then you have to go through the cycle again. Like that's draining.
Exhausting.
That
Alec
is
has said
what
that to
I was
me.
thinking.
Alec had said that to me about Kristin and Jamie specifically, like so many times. He's like, I don't know how they do it. Like, how do you do it? How do they do it? He's like, I don't get. He's like, good for them, because I would not be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what I was gonna
almost
say
done.
was the worst part when the question, because I think that it's just like, it's like a second job now almost. Like
Yeah,
you
like,
have to put
Yeah.
the work in on the apps. You have to put the
Yes.
work in on the conversation. Like it's exhausting. So for Jamie, like to take your break, like that was probably well needed, because you were, you know, going on a lot more dates than even I always get stuck in the talking stage. Like you were actually at least going
Yeah.
on dates, and that's work. Like it's hard
Work.
to be
Yeah.
on first dates over and over again, and like having
You're
to do the
talking
same
about the
small
same
talk.
things over and
Right.
over and over again.
Yeah, it gets to be like an interview almost, and you're
Yeah,
like,
it's like you're going on a
"Hold
job
on,
interview.
I'm not actually like emotionally present right now. I'm just like telling you about me and I'm not actually here. It starts to get like that. And wow, I lost my train of thought. Sorry.
It's okay.
No, but
Sorry.
going off of your train of thought, Jamie, like it feels like like when you're constantly going on these first dates with these people, like you're
yes.
answering like the same questions, and it's like you kind of literally just like you said, you could become a robot at some point, and you're just like constantly like telling them the same things over and over again. It's like you feel like you're at a job interview instead of you're actually possibly meeting your potential like forever person. Like
Right.
it's just
It's like what are the questions to ask for them to truly know who you are and what you dislike and don't like? And I don't think there are. I think you just have to see it. Like exactly.
That's why I try so hard to just meet someone out organically, because like the apps, setting up first dates through the apps are just so monotonous. And I just feel like when you meet somebody out, whether you're drinking, whether you're doing something, and you just strike up a conversation with someone, at least you're in the moment, like already getting some of that like get to know you stuff out of the way. And they see you like out having fun. Like you're not sitting across the table from someone thinking of what's the next thing you're going to ask them. So
and you have nothing to judge them on previously. So that's a pro and a con in itself. Like it's nice to know somebody to be like, oh, I'm not interested in this person because they're into all these things. But at the same time, if you meet someone organically, you have no idea about all those things.
Yeah.
Right. And they're out with their friends. You might be out with your friends. So you have that safety, that comfort, and like you see how they are with their friends. They see how you are. Like I just feel like you do off the back get a little more sense of how they are as a person. I mean, of course, there's plenty of fakes in the world with flags that we haven't known yet, but I still just feel like it's better than like setting up a formal date through an app. So I don't know. That's what I'm trying in 2024 to get.
Would you, I guess, well, I guess this is a question for all three of you, even though I kind of know where one of you is going to stand on this. Would you ever do like OG, like online dating? Would you ever pay for like a profile service, like a match or a eHarmony? Yeah, like would you ever do those things? And I think, and I'm asking this because like, well, you guys are in your 20s, so like I don't think like using that now is necessary, but I'm just asking if you would ever do it.
Maybe as I inch closer to 40.
The silence is so loud.
I think maybe if it got to that point, maybe I have to give it a try. But I have, in not that sense, I have tried other apps that I can't even tell you. I think it was like some about business people in New York, because it was like people who are really like elite and all this stuff,
like a social club.
They're taking it serious, and it was an app, and I joined, but they were either lawyers or Ivy League schools. And I'm like, I am not.
Jamie, this does not sound like a bad thing.
Yeah, this doesn't sound so bad.
Where's the catch?
Jamie, get yourself a lawyer, girl. Lawyers are good.
They were all in New York.
Send Toni-ann this app.
Yeah, please send me a link.
But the problem, well, I guess it's not a problem, but it's a very like slow running app. So like you're only allowed to match, I think, with one person at a time.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, but that kind of.
Okay. The more we talk about
it's not good for I have 20 matches and 3 coffee dates next week.
I guess it is good.
It's not good for the girl who goes on Tinder because she ran out of too many swipes on the other one.
Like I need
probably
more.
better that way.
She sounds like an addict.
Yeah, Jamie, send me that app, please.
Oh gosh. I'm sorry.
She didn't expect us all to just completely turn on her and be like,
the stand.
We said that the 7.5 beer was gonna get to Jamie. The baby's microphone is in front of you.
Oh my god.
Hold on 1 second. We're getting this together.
Remember when I asked you guys to edit things? This would be that.
Yeah.
We're not cutting this out. No way. We need one more good question, and then we probably should wrap up because it's already basically been an hour.
I was going to say, I feel like we've turned to the negatives with the dating on the apps, and I do want to say the pro. The
Oh,
pro
okay, go
to all
ahead.
this-
Name the
yeah,
pros.
we shouldn't be so negative.
Yes, we shouldn't be negative. There are
Right.
pros. And I think one of them is actually too also what keeps me going on the dates and stuff like that is that you have new experiences. It gets you out of staying home, right?
Right.
Into something new, and it's always a learning lesson. You meet new people, they tell stories. They're it's oh my god. I'm sorry.
We just saw you tap it. What are we doing here?
Guys, can you see me?
No. We watched you tap it. What did you do?
Okay.
We said the beer was gonna get to her, and it is.
No,
believe
something
her.
dropped down on my screen, so I was trying to shoo it away and I pressed it on accident. I'm sorry. Anyway, what I was saying is it gets you out of the house, it gets you an experience, and you learn what you do and don't want. Like, that's the
I
only
agree.
way to figure out what you like and what you don't like. So there are pros to that.
Yeah, I was
Can I say a positive?
outside
Yes.
perspective. This is from an outside perspective watching.
Oh.
Wait, Sarah, we can't hear you now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hear me?
No, go ahead. Now we can.
Go ahead.
I feel like this is an outside perspective, like looking at you guys going through it. I feel like it helps you like learn a lot about yourselves.
100%.
Oh, yes, 100%.
I don't know
does.
if it's a true thing, but that's what it
No,
seems.
it really does, because you learn, because like Jamie said, you learn what you want and you don't want. Like, all these experiences that you are going through, like, my therapist says it to me, you have to kiss a lot of frogs to get the one that you want to be with.
I
So
hear that a
all
lot.
these- yeah, I know. Like, I'm like, how many do you gotta kiss?
Yeah, like tell me the number and if I'm
Like,
getting
give me a number or
close.
something. But
My
no,
mom's to listen to this and be like, "Oh my god."
Now, I'll say that my mother said that to me, I don't know how many times, and let me just tell you that she
My
met
mom-
my dad pretty young, okay? She didn't kiss
Yeah.
that many frogs. So I don't know where she's coming from with this.
my mom thinks I'm supposed to shake a guy's hands when I meet them for a first date, not hug them. I go, Mom, I'm gonna hug them.
Oh, we
Shake their hands.
A
Yeah.
hug breaks the
Yeah,
ice.
but I do have to say, like, there is a lot of positives. You're always learning new experiences, like Jamie said, to go off of that. You're learning about yourself to go off of that. And honestly, it's, it is exhausting, but it is also kind of fun, because it's like you are meeting like these different people, because you're learning about their life and you're seeing what they've been through, and you're kind of like seeing what you go through as well. And you kind of know, like, you're not the only one going through this. And it does suck at the end of the day, because it's like, it's constantly you're going through the same motions of trying to meet someone, trying to go out on this date. And you're like, when will you meet someone? And everyone always says, you'll find it when you're not looking for it. And I get that, but like, what am I supposed to just sit in my house and then not find, like, I'm not looking for it, but no one's going to come knocking on my front door.
I say that all the time. My couch is very comfortable. No one's going to beat me on it
No
at
one's meeting me
all.
on my couch.
No. Not gonna
Yeah,
happen
no,
that way.
It is fun, because I have met, I've met people like on the dating apps that I've thought I saw futures with, or I've thought I've seen things possibly go somewhere, but it also is timing with them and us and me. So like, it wasn't that. And so, and I see people every day, like my friends and my family, my coworkers, they're on them, they work, they're marrying people that they've met on them. So like,
That's true.
they suck, but I know that they also can work. May it not work for everyone? No, but you don't know until you try.
Yeah, I know people that it's worked for too, and that's what keeps us going.
Yeah.
And even me and you, Chris, like we always share our experiences, and we know it's not one way or the other. Like
It's
we're
both
both
of us.
going through it. We're all going through it. So
I also
we're
feel
not
like you could be
crazy.
like literally doing nothing. So yes, you're right. Going on dates is better than like
Yeah.
sitting
Yeah.
home alone, in Jamie and Kristen's sense, with like their parents. But like and Toni, like, no, I'm just saying, like, if you guys weren't going out on dates, Toni-ann would be playing more Call of Duty and Fortnite, and you two would be sitting on the couch drinking together.
For the record,
Yeah.
I have met a couple of people on video games, and I've learned very
Yeah.
quickly that is not the way to meet people. They are weird. So they stay in the microphone, in the headset.
Oh
and
my God.
Learned my lesson there.
You met nice people. The ones that met us at the bar that you're like
Oh,
actually
no.
friends
Those
with,
are
they're
just, like,
very
friends,
sweet.
though. Those are
No,
friends.
no, those are friends, but they are
Yeah.
nice. You met them through a video
Oh, yeah.
game, and now they're your friends. So don't
Mhm.
write off everyone
No, I mean, if you're gonna try to be romantic with somebody on a video game, it's probably not gonna work.
Work.
Yeah.
Also, that was Call of Duty, and now I'm playing Fortnite, and most of the people on Fortnite are like 14, so that's probably
please
some
don't
kind
hit
of
on my 10-year-old
Can't
cousin
do
on
that.
Fortnite.
Let's hope you're not talking to them.
Yeah,
those
let's-
days are over.
We'll be
Let's not
calling
do
her
that.
from a jail cell if that's the case.
Yeah.
That was a good positive note to end it on, though. To remember to have fun.
Wait,
through it
where's your
all.
pros? Where's your
Yeah,
pro,
Toni-ann,
Toni-ann?
Oh, I was supposed to go. My pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just piggybacking off you guys.
It's like, I don't want to
Shoot.
answer the question.
No, because you guys already said most of the points I was gonna say.
Oh,
Like, yeah, like the remember
Yes.
to have fun. I put a lot of pressure on myself. Because like I said, my issue with the apps is that I really rarely get out of the talking stage, and you know, I get down on myself a lot about that. But then there's times where I go out and I meet people and I have a great time, and maybe it doesn't last past like a week or two, but like it's just that feeling feels nice. So eventually, not so many gotta kiss a lot of frogs, but I guess the modern way of saying it is like you just throw a bunch against the wall and see what sticks. Like that's what you basically gotta do. Like
Yeah.
just keep trying, keep going out, and you have to hope that eventually at one point where you are, when you are, it'll happen. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
Put yourself
we're all
out there.
We're all supposed to end up with someone, right? So
That's what they say.
Supposed to.
Right?
Supposed
I
to.
hope.
Cross the fingers. Pray.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
But on that
What
note, I
about
think that was
control?
good. Anybody have any parting words? Because I think we should wrap up. We're like, this is gonna be a long episode.
No. all I
No,
have to
because
say
we
is-
joined early and we
Yeah.
didn't start recording until
Yeah.
a while in. So I think we're still good. But no, I think, no, it's nice that it does. There's a lot of people relating to it. So I think it was important.
Yes.
Topic to talk about, and like a lot of people don't like Valentine's Day because like who wants to deal with it, and like listen, I was a Valentine's Day not a hater, but like I just don't care for it even still.
Yeah.
Like we go out to dinner, like I literally we buy each other a Valentine's Day card, like whatever, but like I'm eating my Ben and Jerry's that I ate alone with my husband now. Like
Right.
I'm not
Just
changing my like thought process or like, oh my god, go get me a Gucci bag for Valentine's Day. Like
Yeah.
no. But you know what I mean? Like it's still whatever, but Galentine's over Valentine's.
I have been
Yes.
spending
Here's
Valentine's
that.
Day with my best friend Emily for the last 7 years. Every single Valentine's Day, we are together. Even when we had boyfriends, we
I love
still
that.
celebrated Valentine's Day together because you know what? I think Valentine's Day is about love. Doesn't have to be about your boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever. You're just supposed to love whoever is in your life, and
Right.
that's who I do it with. I celebrate with her every year, so I don't care any.
Oh,
No
so
boyfriend or
cute.
not, that's my way.
It's about love.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hoes over
Love it.
bros.
Hoes over bros.
I did buy
Wait.
myself some Valentine's Day socks for my job today, so that's my
The
festivity.
socks
was
are back,
nice.
girls. The socks are back. I actually bought the baby a shirt that says fries over guys.
Aww.
I love
And
that.
it's 18 to 24 months, so she'll be wearing it for the next
That's like I have
year
the shirt
and a
that
half.
says French fries and Italian guys. We're almost gonna be matching.
Oh,
Wow.
we could coordinate one
We
day.
could coordinate.
Yeah.
I think I'm spending my Valentine's with that little baby.
You
this
are.
year.
You
Oh,
are.
that's a good Valentine.
We're shipping her
It's a-
off so we can have
great
a
date.
dinner alone.
With
Aw.
Ben and Jerry's.
Sarah, what are you
Yes.
doing for Valentine's Day?
Noah's probably gonna be studying.
So just a normal day.
So,
Like,
you're
like,
gonna-
like,
so you and Dennis will be eating Valentine's Day dinner together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
reference, Dennis is her brother. For those that don't know.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
he's not like my
He lives in
Sidebar.
Chicago with his wife, away from me. Everyone left.
No, but honestly, since the beginning, like me and Noah always like we weren't like that couple that was like, oh, Valentine's Day, like let's do this, like I mean, as long as we're together, that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
aw,
That was sweet.
That was sweet. No,
that was really sweet.
So I'm like, really bad at talking about myself.
Sarah sounds so romantic today.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Sarah, we should hire
Also-
Sarah to keep us on track for future
Wait,
episodes.
let's also just circle back to end. Sarah is the only person, you know, that trend that was like your celebrity crush, the person that you ended up with. Her
Yeah.
celebrity crush was Joe Jonas, and Noah actually could, in some universe, resemble Joe Jonas.
Yeah.
So it's
Good thing I'm a Nick
actually
girl.
funny. It's so funny.
I have a type. What could I say?
If we manifest it, it will happen. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess so.
Manifest your celebrity crush, you'll find them.
I have so many.
I don't really remember who like my growing up celebrity crush. Probably Zac Efron, but
Zac
like
Efron,
now
I was-
he looks like I don't want someone who looks like that.
Well, now he has Botox, so he doesn't look like that.
Yeah,
He's
he's
making
not looking
himself
great.
look like that.
That's true,
He's
that's
not
true.
looking great.
No.
Honestly.
But if Zac Efron put on a cop uniform, a firefighter uniform, then you'd be like, he's my type.
Bang bang, shots fired.
I mean, she's not wrong. I go
He's not
after
a
I
civil
go after.
servant.
Now we're getting into a whole nother topic. We have here.
We
All
gotta
right,
end
girls.
it.
Well, we'll have to do it again. We'll do it again.
Yeah.
We'll have to have like an update of some sort at some
Yeah.
point. And we
Thank
can
you
just
for
go
having
through everybody's type of man, and we'll have a follow up eventually. But I feel like this was good.
I love
Thanks for
this.
having us,
Yes,
guys.
I did
thank you.
too.
Thank you for
Yeah.
making us a part of your podcast.
Are you
Yeah.
guys
You're
gonna finally
welcome.
watch now?
Yeah, you guys gotta
Listen.
listen to it.
I'll watch
Actually, I
this
watch
episode.
everyone, but this one I probably won't.
No,
I
it's
know,
not
watching
as bad
yourself is
watching
weird.
yourselves or listening to yourselves. Just listen to it on the app instead of
Yeah.
watching it.
All right.
Yes.
Well, happy Galentine's Day to you girls, and happy
You
Valentine's Day to
too.
everyone else out there.
Yeah.
I drank 2 glasses of wine already, so I can't.
Yep,
I'll
my
drink my
wine's up.
last sip.
I finished.
Finish yours
I
up.
finished, or I guess I have a sip left.
Yeah, Jamie, we knew you finished when you dropped the phone.
Time's up, Sarah. Can't end the episode.
Sarah, you have so much left, Sarah.
I know. No, I
Finish the Santa Maria.
filled in the middle. That's why.
Are we still recording?
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, friends. Wow, you listened to the whole thing. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platform and share it with your friends. Ratings, reviews, and comments help as well. See you next week. Thanks for being our friend.